So, dear students, in the last class we have studied what is stoichiometry and stoichiometric calculations. So, in stoichiometry or stoichiometric calculations, we will calculate the masses or volumes of reactants and products that take part in a chemical reaction. So, today we will understand what are limiting reagents and what are excess reagents. So, I will tell you an example. See, for example, carbon combines with oxygen forming carbon dioxide. So here the atomic mass of carbon is 12. So if I take 12 gram, it is called 1 gram atomic mass of carbon. It is also called as 1 mole of carbon atoms. So here what is the mass of oxygen? Atomic mass of oxygen is 16 into 2. So that is 32. So 32 gram is called 1 gram molecular mass of oxygen, or it is also called as 1 mole of oxygen molecules. 1 mole of carbon atoms, 1 mole of oxygen molecules. So how much carbon dioxide you will get? Atomic mass of carbon is 12 plus mass of oxygen is 16 into 2, that is 32, that is equals 44 gram. So 12 gram of carbon combines with 32 gram of oxygen, giving 44 gram of carbon dioxide. So these are called reactants. Carbon and oxygen are called. So what is the mass of reactants? It is 44 gram. So these are reactants and these are products. So here 12 gram of carbon combines with 32 gram of oxygen to give 44 gram of carbon dioxide. Here carbon and oxygen are called reactants. So instead of 32 grams, suppose if the mass of carbon is 30 or 20 grams, if the mass of carbon is 12 gram and if the mass of oxygen is 20 grams, what happens? The mass of oxygen required to react with 12 gram of carbon becomes less. Therefore, since oxygen is present in smaller quantity, it is consumed first. So such a reactant which is consumed completely in a reaction, or the reactant which is present in lesser amount than required, is called the limiting reagent. And the reactant which is present in excess, or the reactant which is not consumed completely during the reaction, is called an excess reagent. So theoretically or schematically, 12 gram of carbon is required to react with 32 gram of oxygen to form 44 gram of carbon dioxide. If either the mass of carbon is less or the mass of oxygen is less, the reactant which is present in lesser amount will be consumed first, will be consumed completely, and such a reactant is called a limiting reagent. What is a limiting reagent? The reactant which is consumed completely, or the reactant which is consumed first, or the reactant which is present in smaller quantity is called a limiting reagent. Then what is an excess reagent? The reactant which is not consumed completely in a chemical reaction is called an excess reagent. So why it is not consumed completely? The excess reagent is not consumed completely because of the absence of limiting reagent. So there is limited amount of limiting reagent hence the excess reagent is not reacted completely. So that is the definition of limiting reagent and excess reagent. So here, if oxygen is present in 20 gram, it is called limiting reagent. Limiting reagent, since when compared to oxygen, carbon, the amount of carbon present is high, it is called excess reagent. So for the complete reaction of carbon, that is 12 gram of carbon, the amount of oxygen required should be 32. If the amount of oxygen is less than 32, it is consumed completely. So I will give you an example. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಹೋಟೆಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ದೋಸೆ ತಿಂತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ದೋಸೆಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ? ಚಟ್ನಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದೋಸೆ ಮತ್ತು ಚಟ್ನಿ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ನಾವೇಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನೂ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ತಿಂತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ದೋಸೆ ಮತ್ತು ಚಟ್ನಿ ಎರಡು ಏನವು? ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ಸೊ ಇವೆರಡನ್ನೂ ತಿಂತ ಹೋದಾಗ ಯಾವುದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮುಗಿದೋಗುತ್ತೋ, ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮು ಚಟ್ನಿ ಮುಗಿದೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಆವಾಗ ಚಟ್ನಿ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಲಿಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್. ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ದೋಸೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ದೋಸೆ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಸ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್. ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮು ದೋಸೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಮುಗಿದೋಗಿ ಚಟ್ನಿ ಉಳ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದೋಸೆ ಮುಗಿದೋದ್ರೆ ದೋಸೆ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಲಿಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಚಟ್ನಿ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಸ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ is called the limiting reagent. The reactant which is not completed completely is called excess reagent. Why the excess reagent does not react completely? Because of the absence of the limiting reagent. So ಚಟ್ನಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ದೋಸೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಥವಾ ದೋಸೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಚಟ್ನಿನ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದು ಎಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸಸ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟು, ಯಾವುದು ಮುಗಿದೋಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಲಿಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್, limiting reagent and excess reagent. So definition of limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. So what is limiting reagent? You will be asked. The reactant which is consumed. ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಖರ್ಚಾಗೋದು. ಯಾವ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಖರ್ಚಾಗೋಗುತ್ತೋ, ಮುಗಿದೋಗುತ್ತೋ, ದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ consumed completely during the reaction. During the reaction is called a limiting reagent. Is called a limiting reagent. So the reactant which is consumed completely, this is very important, during the reaction is called a limiting reagent. So limiting reagent is present in smaller amount. Is present in smaller amount. So usually limiting reagent is present in lesser amount or smaller amount when compared to other reactants. So then what is excess reagent? Excess reagent. So write down definition of excess reagent. So the reactant which is not consumed completely. The reactant which is not consumed completely during the reaction is called an excess reagent, is called an excess reagent. So why the excess reagent is not consumed completely? They do not react completely. They do not react completely because of the absence of limiting reagent. So limiting reagent ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ excess reagent ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So this is the difference between limiting reagent and excess reagent. So to understand these things, I will give you a problem, then we can understand this one easily. So write down this problem. 0.5 gram of magnesium. What is the formula of magnesium? Mg is burnt in a closed vessel. Which contains 0.25 gram of oxygen. 0.25 gram of oxygen. What is the formula of oxygen? O2. Which reagent is left in excess and give its mass. So what is this problem? In this problem magnesium is burnt in oxygen in a closed container. So magnesium, combustion of magnesium is represented as MgS plus O2G gives MgOS. So you have to write first the combustion reaction. Magnesium reacts with oxygen forming magnesium oxide. Then you have to balance this equation. So how to balance this equation? Here the number of oxygen atom is 2. Here the number of oxygen atom is 1. Therefore you have to write 2. So in the left side the number of magnesium atom is 2. Left side it is 1. So to make it 2 you have to multiply with 2. So now the reaction is balanced. 2Mg plus O2 gives 2MgO. So what is this reaction? This is combustion of magnesium in oxygen. So here what is the mass of magnesium? So you have to write atomic mass of magnesium equals 24.3 and atomic mass of magnesium equals 24.3, atomic mass of oxygen equals 16. So what is the mass of magnesium here? so 2 into 24.3 grams of magnesium reacts with oxygen. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16 into 2. 16 into 2. So what is the total mass? So it is 48.6 gram of magnesium reacts with 32 gram of oxygen. 32 gram of oxygen. So what is the mass of magnesium oxide? 2 into magnesium is 24.3 into plus atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So totally what is the mass of magnesium oxide? So this is 6 So this is 48.6 plus 16, that is equals 64.6. So into 2, that means oxygen 2 into 16. So what is this one? Magnesium 24.3 plus 16. So that is equals 2 into 0.3 30 point that is equals, so here what is the total weight? So 40 50 82.6 2 mgo 24.3 plus 16, that is 40.3. This is 40.3, so that is equals 80.6. So here 80.6. So 80.6 is the mass of magnesium oxide. So here 48.6 gram of magnesium reacts with 32 gram of oxygen according to this equation. But what is the amount of magnesium is present here? 5 gram. So this is atomic mass. Next, mass of magnesium equals 0.5 gram. Mass of oxygen equals 0.25 gram. 0.25 gram. So according to this stoichiometric equation, 48.6 gram of magnesium reacts with 32 gram of oxygen. 32 gram of oxygen. Therefore, what is the mass of magnesium? We have 0.5. So 0.5 gram of magnesium reacts with. So 32 divided by 48.6 into 0.5 gram of oxygen. So this is equals, if you simplify this one, you will get 0.3292 gram of oxygen. So according to this balanced chemical equation, 48.6 gram of magnesium require 32 gram of oxygen for its complete reaction, but we have only 0.5 gram of magnesium. So this much of magnesium reacts with 32 gram of oxygen, therefore 0.5 gram of magnesium reacts with 0.3292 gram of oxygen. For the complete reaction of magnesium, we need 0.3292 gram of oxygen. But what is the mass of oxygen we have? We have only 0.25 grams. So we need 0.3292 gram of oxygen, but we have only 0.25 gram. So which here oxygen is the limiting reagent, whereas magnesium is the excess reagent. So according to this equation, for the complete reaction of 0.5 gram of magnesium, we need 0.3292 gram of oxygen, but we have only 0.25 gram of oxygen. Therefore, oxygen is present in lesser amount. Therefore, it is the limiting reagent. So, therefore, oxygen is the limiting reagent since it is present in lesser amount, that is 0.25 gram. And which is the excess reagent? Magnesium is the excess reagent, and magnesium is the excess reagent. Magnesium is the excess reagent. So in the problem, which reagent is left in excess? Magnesium is the excess reagent, and give its mass. How much of magnesium is remained unreacted, we have to calculate. So what is the amount of magnesium remain unreacted? That is the amount of magnesium which is remain unreacted. So to calculate the amount of magnesium unreacted, we will start like this. 32 gram of oxygen reacts with 48.6 grams of magnesium, but 0.25 gram of oxygen reacts with how much gram of magnesium? So write down 32 gram of oxygen reacts with 48.6 gram of magnesium. Therefore 0.25 gram of oxygen, we have only 0.25 gram of oxygen. 0.25 gram of oxygen reacts with 48.6 divided by 32 into 0.25 gram of magnesium. So if you simplify this one, you will get so this is equals 0.3796 gram of magnesium. So the amount of magnesium reacts with 0.25 gram of oxygen is only 0.3796. So how much magnesium we have taken? We have taken 0.5 gram of magnesium. Out of 0.5 gram of magnesium, 0.3796 gram of magnesium has been reacted. Therefore, how much is remained? 0.5 minus 0.3796 gram of magnesium is the amount of magnesium which is remained unreacted, which is remained unreacted. So write down, therefore the unreacting or unreacted magnesium is 0.5 minus 0.3796 grams. So this is equals 0.1204 gram. So this is the amount of magnesium remain unreacted. So the reactant which is present in excess is called the excess reagent, and the reactant which is reacted completely or consumed completely is called the limiting reagent. So understood? So magnesium reacts with oxygen forming magnesium oxide. So magnesium and oxygen are the reactants. So we have 0.5 gram of magnesium and 0.25 gram of oxygen. We have to determine which is the limiting reagent or which is the reactant which is consumed completely, and which is the reactant which is remain unreacted, which is called excess reagent. So for this one, to calculate which is the limiting reagent and which is the excess reagent, we have to write we have to write the balanced chemical equation for the combustion of magnesium. The combustion of magnesium is written like this: magnesium reacts with oxygen forming magnesium oxide. You have to balance this equation. Unless you balance the chemical equation, we cannot determine the exact masses. Therefore, in stoichiometry, we have to write the balanced chemical equation. According to this balanced chemical equation, the amount of magnesium going to react is, according to this equation, 48.6 grams of magnesium reacts with 32 gram of oxygen to give 80.6 grams of magnesium oxide. How to calculate the weight? So this is according to this one: 2 into atomic mass of magnesium and then atomic mass of oxygen into 2. So these things. So according to this equation, 48.6 grams of magnesium reacts with 32 gram of oxygen, but 0.5 gram of magnesium reacts with 32 divided by 48.6 into 0.5 gram of oxygen. So this is the amount of oxygen which is required for the complete reaction of 0.5 gram of magnesium, 0.3292 gram. But the amount of oxygen present is less, 0.25 gram. Therefore, oxygen is the limiting reagent since it is present in lesser amount, that is 0.25 gram. And magnesium is the excess reagent. How much of magnesium is in excess? So for that calculation, we have to consider the amount of limiting reagent which reacts. So 32 grams. So here the limiting reagent is oxygen. According to the equation, 32 gram of oxygen reacts with 48 grams of magnesium. Therefore, we have got only 0.25 gram of oxygen which reacts with how much grams of magnesium? 0.39 grams of magnesium. So the amount of magnesium remain unreacted is equal to 0.5 minus 0.3796 grams. So this is the amount of magnesium remain unreacted since it is an excess reagent. So understood? So definitions of limiting reagent and excess reagents are very important. And now you know what is the limiting reagent and what is the excess reagent. So the limiting reagent is one which is consumed completely and also it is present in smaller amount or smaller proportion. Then what is the excess reagent? The reactant which is not consumed completely is called the excess reagent. Why it is not reacted completely? Because of the absence of limiting reagent. So now we will know something about reactions in solutions. So reactions in solutions. Reactions in solution. So what is a solution? So first we will know what is a solution. So let us consider water in a beaker. So this is water. So if you add 2 gram of sodium chloride and stir it well. So if you add sodium chloride in water and if you stir it well, you will get a clear solution of sodium chloride in water. So it is a clear solution of NaCl in water. So this is the solution of sodium chloride in water. Then what is a solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more substances. A homogeneous mixture of 2 or more substances is called a solution. So in the solution, the substance which is present in smaller amount is called the solute. It is present in smaller amount. So the substance which is present in larger amount is called the solvent. So solution is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more substances. So out of these two substances, the substance which is present in smaller amount. So here water is present in larger amount, sodium chloride is present in smaller amount. So then sodium chloride is called the solute and water is called the solvent. Then how do you define a solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. Solute is the substance present in smaller proportion and solvent is the substance which is present in larger proportion in a solution. Understood? So write down what is a solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. Example, in a solution of NaCl in water, NaCl is the solute and water is the solvent. So the substance which is present in larger proportion is called the solvent. Then what is concentration of the solution? Concentration of the solution. What is meant by concentration of the solution? So, for example, if you dissolve 2 gram of sodium chloride in 100 ml of water, so what is the concentration? The amount of solute in a given amount of solvent or in a given amount of solution is called the concentration of the solution. So what is concentration? It is the measure of the amount of solute dissolved in a given amount of solvent or solution is known as concentration of the solution. So what is concentration? Write down the amount of solute. So you know what is solute? It is the substance which is present in smaller amount in a solution. The amount of solute present in a given amount of solvent or a solution is called concentration of the solution. Is called concentration of the solution. Concentration of the solution. So concentration of the solution is expressed in the following ways. Concentration of the solution is expressed as follows. Number 1, mass percent or weight percent. Mass percent or weight percent, that is W by W percent. Mass percent or weight percent. Number 2, molarity, it is capital M. Number 3, molality, small m. And number 4, mole fraction. Mole fraction, that is X. Mole fraction X. So these are all the different ways of expressing concentration of a solution. So what is concentration? It is the amount of solute present in a given amount of solvent or a solution is known as concentration. It is expressed as either mass percent or molarity, molality, mole fraction, etc. So now we will understand what is mass percent or weight percent. Mass percent or weight percent, W bar W percent. So how do you define mass percent or weight percent? It is the amount of solute. It is the amount of solute present in 100 gram of the solution. It is the amount of solute present in 100 gram of the solution. That is mass percent of a solute equals mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution into 100. So mass of the solute present in 100 gram of the solution, it is the amount of solute present in it is the amount of solute, or it is the mass of the solute present in 100 gram of the solution. or you can write amount of solute means it is the amount of solute in grams present in 100 gram of the solution. So next, mass of the solution equals mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent. Mass of the solution equals mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent. So example, so write down this problem. A solution is prepared. A solution is prepared by dissolving 2 gram of a solute A with 18 gram of water. First up, calculate the mass percent of solute A. So what is mass percent of solute A? Mass percent of solute A equals mass of the solute A divided by mass of solute plus mass of solvent. So here mass of solute A equals 2 grams, mass of solvent, here solvent is water, that is equals 18 gram. So this is into 100. So this is equals 2 divided by 2 plus 18 into 100. So this is equals 2 divided by 20 into 100. So that is equals 10%. So this is how we can calculate mass percent. It is the mass of the solute in grams present in 100 gram of the solution is called mass percent. Mass percent of solute equals mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution into 100. So mass of the solution equals mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent. So if you work out this problem, you will get it is 10%. So dear students, it is enough for today and I will continue tomorrow.